I'm singing in the rain. I'm singing. Oh no, wait, I made this joke in the last video. God damn it! Hello once again, my little fishies! So a few nights ago, at about 1 AM in the morning, I was sat in bed doing my usual thing. But then, my intercom buzzed. So in a very confused state, I decided to walk into my living room and answer it. Yep, I know, big mistake. I answered the intercom and I said hello. Now in my head, it sounded extremely manly.
Hello.
But in reality, well... Hello? Then a man spoke on the other end. He apologised for bothering me and told me a story about how his friend had left a jacket on the stairs and wanted me to obtain it for him. Seems like a rather reasonable story, just a guy who's lost his jacket, but I have to tell you, I get paranoid very easily. So I panicked and just told him that I would look for it. Now one thing that I tend to do when I get very paranoid is I start to think about all the possible bad things that could happen to me. He could be a drug dealer, his coat could have drugs in, he could be trying to get me involved in his crime syndicate. He could be a kidnapper who would grab me at the door, then put me in a van and then possibly violate me. He could be a salesman trying to sell me something. The worst possible things. At this point I said that I would try and look for his coat and then I would come back to the intercom and tell him if I found it. Yeah, that was never gonna happen. So I swiftly ran back into my bedroom, got under my covers and ignored the world. Now the problem is when it comes to situations like this, I do this way too often. I personally have a lot of social anxiety issues. I find it hard to talk to people sometimes, I find it hard to be in a large group, and I am naturally afraid of unexpected events. So when this happened, I was like... 5 or so minutes later, the man called up on the intercom again, probably to ask if I had found his jacket yet. But I didn't answer. I just pulled the covers over my head and prayed to God that I was not gonna die that night. Please don't violate me! Why do I do these things? Now I want to hear your awkward stories in the comments section down below, so I can laugh and silently judge you. I'm just kidding, I'm here for you, let me in. Don't be afraid, it's only natural. But seriously, thank you for watching and have a great day.